Yeah, good evening all. Hope I am audible and the screen sharing is also working. Can you confirm that with a yes in the chat box? Hope I am audible and the screen sharing is also working. Right. So let's get started. So I'm not feeling that well, so I'll try to quickly complete it. I have a bit of fever. So this is the last day. Let's close it quickly. We may not be able to create a calculator, but we can complete loops, nested loops, where we can see patterns and we can go through functions. Okay. Calculator, I'll drop a 1 or 2 years back video of my previous sessions. Okay. So learn TK Inter and build your own calculator from it. Okay. Right. If you want. Today, yes, it will be a 24-hour timing exam. We'll share the details. So midnight 12 o'clock to the next day, midnight 12 o'clock, you'll have 24 hours to attempt the exam. We'll share the details too. It's on Google form, okay? No direct coding, just MCQs and all, right? So yeah, that will be fine. Right then. So let's get started. So in our last session, we were talking about while loop. Okay. You see here, we talked about loop. What are the three rules for any loop? Every loop should contain a starting point, a ending point, and how the values should change. Okay. Your loop will start at a point, your loop will keep on executing block of statements, and it is going to end at a certain point, right? So we have seen the loop model for 1 to n number generation. Okay. In that we have only displayed even numbers, odd numbers. In that we have only displayed what you say, factors, right? So this is what we have seen earlier. Now let's do a bit of practice further, right? I mostly see students struggling with loops. Okay. I want you to be comfortable in that. So I'll be giving you a question. I want you to answer it and keep the basics simple. Okay. So when I say basics simple, remember, whenever you want to write a loop, determine these 3 points first and place them inside the while syntax. That's it. Your loop will be done, right? So with a bit of practice, you will understand. Not a big deal. Okay. If you guys are able to understand complex series, movies, etc., and all, right? So this is very easy. Child's play. You just need to be interested a bit. Now, here's my question. So write a program to display n to 1 numbers. N to 1 numbers. Write a program to display n to 1 numbers. You see, first, what I'm expecting is tell me the starting point, tell me the ending point, tell me the step value. Step value means how the value should change. Whenever any loop comes in front of you, first determine these things, start and step. Use the chat box for it. Tell me the starts, tell me the end, tell me the step. I want to display n to 1 numbers. Very good. Starting point is there. Okay. Next. N to 1, not 1 to n. Mm, no, not able to see any correct answers. No, Nikhila, not correct. Very good, Venki. See, guys. So whenever I post any question or whenever you see any question, I want you to first go through the sample input and output. Okay. For every question, they will provide them. But for now, since they have not provided, okay, n to 1 numbers, can anyone give me an example? What I'm trying to do here? What is the final answer that I want to achieve? Can anyone give me an example? Every time, every question that you're solving, they will give you sample input and output. If not, okay. Prepare your own sample input output. Then so can you give me this sample input and output? Anyone? So if I enter 10, what would be the output? Yes, very good. If I enter 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I enter 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So if I enter 10, 9, 8, 7, so on up to 3, 2, and 1. Correct. So can you guys tell me where I am starting? It's very easy if you look at the sample. What is the starting point? Can you tell me the starting point? Can you tell me the starting point? Yes, starting point is 10, or simply we can say n. What is the ending point? Okay, if I take 5, which is then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the ending point? Okay, ending point is 1. Okay, very good. Now, can you tell me how the values are changing? So we had 10 earlier. Okay, initially we have 10. 10 became 9. 9 became 8, or 5 became 4. So how the values are changing? They are increasing or decreasing? Increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. So we need to reduce n by 1. N is equal to n minus 1, you can write, because in Python we don't have any n minus minus. This operator is not there. So n equal to n minus 1 you need to write. That's it, guys. You got your start end step. And I want you to realize one thing. In order to get the start end and step easily, just look at the sample input. Understand the question, write a sample input. From the sample input, determine these things. Now it's very easy. Let me take n value from the user. Int of input, I'll ask the user to enter n. So user will enter n value. Done. Now where should we start? We should start from n onwards. Okay. We should slowly reduce the value until you see, if the n value is 10, that is fine. 9 is fine. 8 is fine. 7 is fine. 3, 2, 1 also it's fine. If it becomes 0, we need to stop. Okay. It should only end at 1. So what is the condition here? Ending. That's a bit tricky, like to understand at the beginning. So it is fine for us to continue the loop until and unless n value is greater than or equal to 1. Or you can also write n value is greater than 0. That is fine for us. Okay. Until and unless n value is greater than 1. You see 10 greater than or equal to 1, fine, I can continue. 9 is also fine. 8 is also fine. 1 is also fine. But when it becomes 0, I need to stop. Okay. So here, while I'll write, okay, initialization is already done. N value you write, right? So you don't have to write it separately. So while n greater than or equal to 1 or n greater than 0, both are same, add is all semicolon, right? So what do you want to do? I want to print n, right? And I want to display them in the same line. So I'm removing that new line character. Now n is equal to n minus 1. That's it. Now let me run this. Let's run the Python file. See here, it's asking me to enter n value. I'll enter n value as 10. You see, I'm getting 10 to 1. I'll run this again. I'll enter n value as 5. You see, I'm getting 5 to 1. It doesn't matter what n value that you enter. It is going to start from that value. It is going to print it. Every time 1 will be subtracted from it. And this will keep on repeating until and unless your n value goes less than 1. Okay. If your n value is always greater than or equal to 1, this will happen. Otherwise, okay. So your loop will end. Now, common mistakes people generally do is, you see, let us say I have made a small change in this increment or decrement step value. I made a small change. You say I'm running it again. I'm running it again. So if I enter n value as 5, I'll click on enter. You see what's the output we are getting. Can you tell me what happened here? Can anyone explain in a sentence, one sentence or two sentence, what's happening here? Can anyone explain what's happening here? See, what's happening here is You told the systems to start at n. Okay, it started. Okay. Now n is greater than 1. Let us say I have entered 5. You trace it. 5 greater than or equal to 1. Yes, that is correct. 5 is greater than or equal to 1. You see, 5 will be printed. N equal to n plus 1. So n is going to become 6. In the next iteration, 6 is greater than 1. It will print 6. 6 will become 7. 7 will become 8. So on, it will go up to positive infinity. So what's happening here is one single sentence is the loop condition is never failing. I hope you all remember about while loop. I gave you a small statement about while loop. So what did I tell you? What did I tell you? There is a small note point. Okay. So what is the, yeah. While loop is a condition based loop until and unless that condition becomes false, means until and unless n value becomes less than 1. Okay. So if it is greater than or equal to 1, this will keep on executing. This will keep on repeating the loop. So you are getting something called as a infinite loop. Okay. Very good. Very good. Correct. Right. That's it. Okay. That's about while loop. You can change the conditions according to your requirement. You can practice with it a little bit, but the basics are simple. Okay. So you follow this, you will never face any issue with loop. Whenever you see any question, see the sample input output for it or write your own sample input output, determine where you have to start and when you should end, what is the condition, convert that into a mathematical statement in this one, and how the values are changing. Simply keep them inside your while loop syntax, and that's it. Okay. You have a good loop with you, right? That's it. So that's it. We are done with while. Okay. So let us see something called as a for loop. Before we get started with for loop, I want you to introduce something called as a range function. This is also one of our sequence data type. You see range we have a start, we have a end, we have step. Okay. Let me tell you the default values. For start, the default value is 0. For end, the default value is, okay. So generally, end is exclusive. Okay. It's mandatory to write. It's mandatory. And by default, it is always end minus 1. Exclusive means this is what, okay. If I say 10, it will not going to include 10. Okay. Let me show that with a small example later on. For now, let's write it in this way. And is mandatory, right? So coming to step value, the default step value is +1. Okay. And here I'll give you a note point. Note point. We should, okay, the start should move to end, or how can I frame this sentence? Will not get any output. Will not get any output. Okay. If start doesn't reach endpoint. Let it be that simple as of now. Okay. Now I'll give you some examples. Okay. So have a look at them. You see range, it is going to generate a sequence of values. What will range do? Okay. Generates a sequence of values, right? So it has 3 values, start, end, step. Okay. So all 3 are not mandatory. Only one thing is mandatory. That is, if I only add one value, that is going to be end. Okay. If I only add one value, that is going to be end. If I add 2 values, that is going to be start and end. If I add 2 values, that is going to be start and end. If I add 3 values, that is going to be start, end, and step value. Then you might ask, sir, what happens, okay, to the other 2 values when we don't have them? For the first one, what happens if you only have one value? That is, it will be considered as end. Starting default value is 0. Step default value is +1. Okay. So I do have good examples for them, but we have a time constraint today. So since I took a lot of time for other explanations, so let's not use the PPT this time. Let's directly go with the print one, right? So print range of 10 I'll write. Okay. Can you tell me what is going to be the output for this? Can you tell me what's going to be the output for this? Can anyone tell me what's going to be the output for this? You see, the 10 will be considered as, I have only given one value. So the 10 will be considered as ending value. Okay. That is ending. So what is the starting value? Okay. The same thing. You can interpret these as, you see, range of 0, comma, 10, comma, plus 1. Okay. So what it is going to do, where it is going to start, starts from 0. And you need to add this step value to the starting point every time. Add step value to the starting point every time. So 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. So on up to, it will print up to 9. Why 9? As I told you, ending is exclusive. So if I give you 10, it will only print up to 9 there. Okay, that's it. Let me also show you the output for this. So run Python 5. Let's see the output for this. Sorry, I have to convert that into a list. Sequence now. Let's use this list. Doesn't matter. Now just see. So you see we are getting 0 to 9 there, right? So what if I enter something like this? So print, I'll say 20, I'll say 45. Can you tell me the answer for that one? Sorry, I need to correct it a bit. Done. So print 20 to 45. Can you tell me the output? Can you guess the output? Can you guess the output? Hmm. Can you guess the output? Yes, very good. We'll get from 20 to 44. Okay, very nice, very nice. Now, guys, what about this one now? 20, 45, comma 1. What about this one? 20, 45, 1. What about this one? Same thing, because default step value will be 1. So even if you enter or not, doesn't make any sense. Okay. Now here is the good question. You need to understand this. What if I write -1? Okay. Can anyone tell me the answer for this? What if I write -1? What if I write -1? Can you post the sample output? Okay, okay. So see here, I'll run it. Then you tell me if it is correct or wrong. So you see, I ran it. So I'm getting 0 to 9, but no output in the second one. Can you tell me the reason why? Can you tell me the reason why? Can you tell me the reason? Can you tell me the reason? Yes. So let me break it down to you. Can you tell me what is the starting point? Start is equal to 20. Okay. So what is the ending point? End set 44. How the values are changing? How the values are changing? Values are changing. That is n equal to n minus 1, we will say. Okay. -1 is step value. So we are subtracting 1 every time. Okay. So see, you're starting from 20. 20 will become 19. 19 will become 18. So on. It is going to go up to minus infinity. Okay. Will it ever reach the ending point? No. Will it ever cross 44? No. So what did I tell you about range? If your start doesn't reach the ending point, you will not get any output. Whenever you're having these type of infinite loops, just like with the while loop I showed you, okay, minus infinity n goes up to. So this is the same. So what if I want to make it correct? You see, if you want to print from 44, what is the starting point? Starting point is 44. What is the ending point? Let us say I want to print up to 21. Then I need to keep it as 20. If I want to print up to, okay, 20, then I need to keep it as 19. You are coming from reverse direction now. You need to go with one value extra there. Okay. So let me run this again. Let me show the output to you. So what's the issue here? Your start is never reaching the ending point. You wanted to print from 44. You need to write it as 44 and you need to, okay, display that. You see 44, 43, 42, so on up to 21. Sir, I want up to 20, sir. Then make it 19. You're coming from backwards, so have one value extra there. So now you'll see if I write it 19, it is going to end at 20. Okay. Now you are displaying that in reverse order, right? So I'll give you three questions, okay? Three range functions. So answer them, give them a bit of. So let us say I'm going to start at 30. I'm going to end at 50. The value is going to be 4. Let me copy this. Let me paste it again. So I'm going to go from 90. Okay, done. So these are my three outputs. So can you tell me the output for all these three? Take your time, post the output, just confirming that you guys are very much well aware about this, what you say, range function. You don't have to print all the values, just keep so on and write the last ending value. That will be fine. Yes, what about the second one? What about the third one? Answer it quickly. Let's complete some programs and we can move forward. Okay, let's go to nested loops. Then we will start functions. Okay, very good, very good. Let me run this and let me show you the output. Okay, see here. The first one, what is the starting point? You are starting at 30. So start has to be always included. Starts at 30 and you need to add how much? 4 to it. So 30 plus 4, 34. 34 plus 4, 38. 38 plus 4, 42. 42 plus 4, 46. 46 plus 4. Okay, you see, you have to end at not 50, you have to end at 49. So once you cross it, you are going to stop. Okay, that's the first answer. Second answer, you see, I'm starting at 90 and 90 will be printed, obviously. 90 minus 3, 87. Okay, again, minus 3, so on up to I have to end before 50. So you see 51 and after that I'll be getting 48. So it ends at 51. Now see the last one. You see where I'm starting. I'm starting at 130. Where I should end? I should end at 51. But what's happening here? 130, we are adding 4. 134, we are adding 4. 138, 142, so on. It will go towards positive infinity. So what did I tell you? If you do not cross this ending point, okay, when you are getting an infinite loop, you'll not get any output. You will get an empty empty sequence. Nothing will be printed, nothing will be generated. So that's what happens here. Right. So I hope you all understood this. Now let us see for loop. Let us see for loop. So for the syntax is very simple, very easy. Okay. For any variable name in range of start, end, step. Okay. So that's it. So every time you can use that variable in order to, okay, generate whatever you want. So we can have our statements, statement one, statement two, so on up to, we can have up to statement n, right? That's it. So let me give you a small example. Per n in range of, okay, starting from 1, ending at 11, step value is 1. Okay. So what will happen if I print n? What will happen if I print n? Let me display that in a single line. So print n and is equal to, we'll have this space. So it's very easy. Range of 1, 11, 1. This is going to generate, let me write in comments, 1, 2, so on up to 10, right? So what happens is, this is a iteration based loop. You see, for loop is a iteration based loop. Iteration based means it is going to execute for a fixed number of iterations. Executes for a fixed number of iterations. Okay. It doesn't check any condition, nothing. So here, how many numbers I have? I have 5 numbers. It is going to generate, sorry, I have 10 values. It is going to run this loop 10 times. That's it. Okay. So let us say instead of this print n, let us say if I have hello, you see 1, 11 I write. So it is going to execute 10 times. That's it. Okay. Let me run this Python 5. This hello statement will be printed 10 times, right? No condition, nothing. So whatever range that you write, it is going to execute that many times. For example, if I write it as 6, it is going to execute 5 times. Okay. You want to generate any numbers. Range by default, it is generating those numbers. So this variable will be assigned with a number every time. So I can say, I'll also print that n value here. So if I run this, you see, every time for every iteration, that value that we are changing will be displayed. So 5 iterations it's happening. Iteration number, this n will be assigned to it. Okay. For example, if I write it as 16, if I write the step value as 2, then what happens? What is the range output there? First iteration, it is 1. Second iteration, 3. Third iteration, 5. Next, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. That's it. 16 we wrote now, so up to 15 we'll get. So what happens is, it is going to execute your loop. How many times? You see, count the range values. How many values we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times it is going to print hello. And 8 times, every time, n value will be assigned with 1 in the first time, 3 in the second time, 5 in the third time, in that way. You see, I'll run it. See, first time n value is 1, second time 3, 5, 7, 9. So how many times it's executing? 8 times. Fixed number of iterations will be executed. Okay, that's it. This is how we generally write range function. No condition, no condition. For loop is a iteration based loop. You see, for loop is a iteration based loop. Iteration based loop executes the loop block for a fixed number of iterations, fixed times. Okay. But coming to while loop, what happens here is while loop will keep on executing until and unless that condition becomes false. Okay, so we can customize our loop for quick work. Okay, for quick generation or repetition, we can use for. Otherwise, we can use while. Okay, so for simplicity, we have for. Right, clear? Clear, understood this part? Any doubt in this? Understood for loop, understood range function. You want me to explain anything again, or this is clear? You want me to explain anything again, or this is clear? Yeah, just some quick responses. Then we will go ahead and complete the remaining programs. Some quick responses, please. Done that. Now let's look at the remaining programs. Okay. You see, I'll give you some formulas. If you use those formulas, you will be able to perform any operation with loop. Okay. Let me write the formulas. So in order to calculate sum of generated numbers, okay. So take sum equal to zero. This has to be taken outside the loop. Okay. Sum equal to sum plus generated value. This has to be kept inside the loop. Done. Is the first one. If you want to calculate product of generated numbers, you see, product is equal to 1. Why? We'll talk about it. Outside the loop, ignore the spelling mistake above. Product is equal to product into generated value. Okay, this has to be written inside the loop, right? Let us say I want to reverse the given numbers. Okay, I want to reverse or join in reverse order, right? So join the separate the values or reverse, let's right. Let's keep that easy. Reverse the generated values or numbers. What we have to write is we have to go with reverse equal to 0. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus, okay, separated values. Then same thing inside the loop here, outside the loop here. Okay. Okay, understand these formulas once. Very easy, very simple. Understand these formulas once. Read it. I'll leave the screen for 1 minute in this way. Sum product reverse. Reverse has a greater cause as well. So keep that in mind. For now, sum and product, these are kind of fine. Okay. So counting also we can do. So we can also do that. Right. So give them a good look at it. Have a good look at them. Scan them. Feed them in your brain. Okay. Formulas and all. Sum equal to 0. Sum equal to sum plus generated value. Product equal to 1. Product is equal to product into generated value. Reverse equal to 0. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus separated value. Okay. Let's go ahead with all of them. Let's see. For example, I want to generate 1 to 10 numbers by using for loop. So you all guys know that. So let me take n. N is equal to int of input. Okay. So we'll ask the user to enter n. The user will enter n value. That is fine. Now we have to generate the values for, let us say, I in range of 1 to 10, we have to generate 1 comma 10. If you write, that will be fine because by default step value will be 1. So print I and let's end it with a space. So we'll have everything, okay, in a single line. See, if I run it, I'll have, if I enter 5, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to print up to 10. So let's keep the ending as 11. So it is going to end at 10. So n value 10, you see 1 to 10 I am getting. Now, what if I want to calculate the sum of these generated values? Can you tell me what is the sum of 1 to 10 numbers? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. What is the sum of 1 to 10 numbers? Sum of 1 to 10 numbers. Sum of 1 to 10 numbers is 55. So if you want to calculate the sum of generated values, you see first, in order to start the calculation, we need to initialize our variable with 0. Only one time only we have to initialize. So we are doing it outside. Every time the number is generated, so what you're doing is sum equal to sum plus I. Okay. What happens here is, let me do 1, 2 iterations for you. Will understand. We'll also see the animated PPT. So what happens is sum is equal to the first time. Okay, in the first time, sum is 0 plus what is the value of I? I value is 1. So what will sum become? Sum is going to become 1. Sum will be 1. Now in the next iteration, sum is equal to sum plus I again. So what is the value of sum? Sum value is 1. What is the value of I? I value is 2. So 1 plus 2. So sum value is going to be 3. And next time, if you are generating a value, it is going to add it to sum. So 1 is generated, add 1. 2 is generated, add 2 to sum. 3 is generated, add 3 to sum. So we are preserving the values there. Okay. So let me show you the final output of this. You see, you're generating sum every time. Let us print it outside. Okay. So print sum, right? I'm printing sum outside then because after calculating the entire sum, I'm displaying it. You see, n equal to 5, I'll enter sum of five numbers is, sorry, I think we have written, yeah, sorry, my bad. So n plus 1 we will write. So n value 5 will enter. You see 1 to 5 we are printing and sum is 15 there. If I enter 10, 1 to 10 we are generating, we are displaying, and the sum is 55 there. Okay. Doesn't matter what value you enter, every time it is going to add them. Just like we count everything 1 plus 2 equal to 3, 3 plus 3 equal to 6, 6 plus 4 equal to 10. The same thing this loop is also going to perform. Okay. So whenever you're unable to understand anything as a beginner, the only thing that you need to do is do good visualization. Okay. So let me show you a good animated PPT for this. Okay. My team has been working day and night in order to make this possible. I hope you would definitely appreciate and learn the coding. Right. So let's see. Just a second. It's loading. So we have reversing number, multiplication. How do we have it? Do one thing. Right. So let's go with sum of 1 to n numbers. Sum of 1 to n numbers. Let's go. This is sum of 1 to n. This is, yes, sum of 1 to n natural numbers. Let's get started. Okay. Right. So if this was a classroom session, it would be fun. But anyway, online is also fine. So just be involved, stick to the screen, you'll understand. So now, what's the question? We need to write a program to calculate sum of n natural numbers, right? So let us see some sample inputs and outputs. Example one. For example, if I have entered 5, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, that is 15. If I entered 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on up to, we would get 55. Okay, so in that way. So what's the algorithm? How can I, like, if I ask you, give me 1 to 5 numbers, sum of 1 to 5 numbers. So what you would do first, you will open fingers to count it. You will write 1, you will write 2, you will write 3, 4, 5. Then you will keep on adding them. So algorithm is very simple. If your friend asks, Arey, how to generate or how to calculate sum of 1 to n, just say first, take n value. That will tell you where you have to, okay, and where you should generally go ahead generating. So generate all those numbers, 1 to n numbers. Let us say I have entered 5 and equal to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I have entered. Now the next step, you just need to calculate the sum of them. Calculate sum of all the numbers and store it inside any other variable called sum. Display it just like we did. First I have taken n, then generated 1 to n, then calculated sum. Sum you have seen that formula. Now let's see the rules. You all know we have to start at 1. We have to end at n. Okay. Value will be I is equal to I plus 1. You can use a while loop, you can use a for loop, doesn't matter. Okay, only generation. So let's see the code part for it. So we are calculating sum of 1 to n natural numbers. First, we will take input from the user. I equal to 1, sum equal to 0 outside, while I less than or equal to n, sum equal to sum plus I. And then we are displaying the value. Okay. Now, let's see what happens in every iteration. What happens in every iteration. Let's see, first, when I execute the first line, okay, what do we have in our first line? We have our n. So first n will be executed. So n is equal to int of input. Okay, I'm going to take n value. Let us take n value as 5. Let us take n value as 5. So I've taken 5. That 5 will be stored inside my memory. Then now next, I will be initialized with 1, and this loop iterates 5 times, as you can see. So I equal to 1. So I in memory, I value will be assigned with 1. Next, sum, it will be initialized with 0. Okay. So see here, sum is being initialized with 0. Done. Now see, now let's come to the first iteration. So iteration 1. So first time when we are executing the entire loop, when we are executing the entire program. So before you get started with any iteration, executing a loop, I want you to be aware of the variables. So what is the value of I, value of 1, value of sum? So write all of them. A value of n is 5, value of sum is 0 initially, value of I is 1. Okay. So we are checking I less than or equal to n. So what is value of I? I value is 1. I less than or equal to 5, that is true or false? True. The condition is correct. So what will happen? The statements inside the loop will be executed. What are the statements you have inside the loop? That is sum equal to sum plus I. So what will be the value of sum? Initially, the value of sum is 0. Okay. So you are adding 1 to it. So 0 plus 1. So what will happen? 0 plus 1, you will be getting 1. I hope you can also see the left side bottom part. 0 and 1, we have added them. So we'll get 1, right? So some value becomes 1. Next line of the loop, we have to increment I value. So I is equal to I plus 1 we have. So execute it. So I value will be incremented by 1. I value will be updated to 2 there. Okay, done. So update that will be updated in the memory, as you can see. End of first iteration. Now let's go to second iteration. As I told you before, starting an iteration, have all those values updated. So since the last line of the loop is executed, it will again go back and check the condition. So your second iteration will start. So before starting your second iteration, write all the values. So what is the value of n there? Value of n is 5, value of sum is 1, value of I is 2. Okay, so I less than or equal to n, 2 less than or equal to 5, that is true or false? Obviously, that is true. 2 is less than or equal to 5. So loop condition is true. We can execute the statements. The first statement, sum equal to sum plus I. So what is the value of sum now? It's not 0. It's updated to 1. So what will happen? Sum is equal to 1. 1 plus what is the value of I? I value is 2. So whatever sum that you did for the previous values, I hope you can see the bottom left corner. You see we had 0 and 1. We have added both of them. So then 2 is generated. For the previous value, we are adding the newly generated value. So 1 plus 2, you're going to have 3. 1 plus 2, you're going to have 3. I hope you all can see and understand this one, this part here, right? I'll circle it. It may look a bit ugly, but I want to convey something. So previously generated sum is being preserved and previously generated value sum is being preserved in sum. So the newly generated value will be added to them. Okay, that's it. So sum equal to 3. Again, next line that we have to execute is I. So I value is equal to I plus 1. So let's execute that. So I equal to I plus 1. I value is already 2. So 2 will be added 1 again. So 2 will become 3. So I value becomes 3. Let's update in memory. So I value became 3. Now this iteration is also done. Last line is executed. We'll again go back and check the condition. It's child's play actually. If you understand the basic logic, the loops, all these things. Writing logic is very easy. Okay. So people generally don't concentrate properly. Once you understand, once you know what to do, the basics. Okay. What's the basic? We'll check a condition. If the condition is true, we'll execute everything. If the condition is false, we'll not execute anything in loop. That's it. And what's the expected output from you? I want to calculate sum of 1 to n numbers. I need to add them, or I want to just display them, use a print statement in that way. Just analyze a bit. Programming is very easy. This is the most easiest subject that you can come across. That's why if you realize any branch student that can be civil or he can be from a degree background or anyone, even not from computer science, software industry will take them. We'll train them for 2 to 3 months. That's it. That's all it takes to become a good software developer. Okay. If you guys are from CSC, 4 years, if you learn properly, you see Google, etc., and all, not a big thing. You can easily get into them. Programming is easy. It's fun. You can, with zero cost, okay, only with a laptop, you can build a lot of stuff with it. You can earn a lot of money with it. Okay. Done. So yeah, second iteration is done. Let's go to third iteration. Or third iteration. Again, some value will be okay. So I'll just click on everything. As you know, 3 less than or equal to 5, condition is true. So sum equal to sum plus I, 3 plus 3, 6, and so on. I'll just keep on clicking next. Sum is 6. So 6 will be added with 4. Okay. So that will become 10. The previous value sum is preserved in sum. Now, in iteration 5, the value that you are generating is I equal to 5. So previously, your sum value is 10. So that will be added with 10 again. So see iteration 5. Iteration 5. Okay, sum equal to sum plus 5. So that is 10 plus 5. So 15 you will get. That's it. Fifth iteration is done. Sum is 15. As you can see, it's updated in the memory. Done. So now I equal to I plus 1. I value will be updated to 6. Now see, for iteration 6, your condition will fail. So what is our condition? I less than or equal to n. So see here. Iteration 6, n value 5, sum value 15, I less than or equal to n. So what is the result? 6 less than or equal to 5. 6 is greater than 5. So output is false. So your condition is false. So it is not going to execute the statements inside the loop. It is going to skip them. Loop is completed, done, will not execute the loop again. We need to go with the statements after the loop. So what is the statement that is present after the loop? That is simple print statement we have. That is we need to display sum value. What is the value of sum? You see sum you have started from 0. Every generated number you have added them. Okay, sum value became 15. So that is what we will be getting in the output. So sum value will be displayed as 15. So displayed 15, sum 15 will be done. That's it. That's how simple it is. This is how you have to visualize everything. Okay, we are calculating sum. Sir, what if I want to calculate the product? I want to calculate the product of everything. So sub, you are using plus for product. You will be using multiplication. Very simple, very easy, right? So let's do that. So sum with it, we have user plus for it. Copy it. I'll paste it here for you to refer it later. For product, you see I'm starting with 1. Okay. And product equal to product into generated value. Obviously, sum we will have plus, product will have asterisk. So let's see. So product is equal to 1. Product is equal to product into I. Product into I. That's it. So let us display product. So if I enter n value as 5, can you tell me the product of 1 to 5 numbers? If I enter n value as 5, can you tell me the product of n to 5 numbers? Sorry, 1 to 5 numbers. Product. Product. Product of 1 to 5 numbers. 1 to 5 numbers. 120. 120. Very good. Very good. Okay. So why I have to take product equal to 1? Okay, let me run this. You see, we are getting 120. Very good. So why 1? Why not 0? You see, if I have it as 0, what will happen? If you multiply anything with 0, it will be always, it will be always 0. If I multiply anything with 0, it will be always 0. So for calculating sum, you have to keep it as 0. For calculating product, you have to keep it as okay. So 1. That's the small trick. Everything else will work in the same way. So we do have that PPT, but I hope this is clear. You don't have to watch every iteration for it. So we don't even have that much of time as well. So product every time the generated number will be multiplied. Okay, it will be stored inside product. That's easy. That's how easily we can do it. Done. That's it. That is about product. So whenever you generate anything, if you want to calculate sum, write sum equal to 0 outside, write sum equal to sum plus that generated value. That can be I, that can be anything inside the loop. Now for product, write product equal to 1 outside, product equal to product into generated value inside the loop. That's it. That's how easy it is. Okay. Right. Now let's see how I can separate the digits. Okay. So see next question, write a program to separate the digits from a number. Okay. Separation of digit separation. So let's see how we can do that. These factors. Right. Let's see this. So the first one, we need to write a program that prints the digits of a number separately. So let us see the sample input first. Okay. So then we can talk about it. So coming to the sample input. Let us say you see we have 1, 2, 5, 4, 8 here. So what are the digits it has? Start counting from the right side. We have 8, we have 4, we have 5, we have 2, we have 1. Sir, why do we have to separate the digits, sir? In order to calculate sum of the digits, product of the digits, or reverse the number? You see, displaying the digits in the reverse order, that is nothing but reverse only, kind of. Looks like reverse, illusion. So in order to calculate any of these, we have to separate the digits. So this is the sample input one. Let's see one more sample input. Sample input and output. Let's see second example, 1, 2, 3, 4 we have. So what are the digits it has? 4, 3, 2, 1 we have. Okay. That's it. So see here, this is the code. If you guys remember, operators in the last program, okay? Last program, if you remember, separation of last digit, second last digit. I hope you all remember that. So here what we are doing is same thing, but separation of each and every digit. So we need to keep on continuing it. We need to keep on repeating it. So let me show you how it works. Let's go through the PPT as well. So then we can come to a conclusion there, right? So let us say I have given you 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our n value. So what do I want to do? I want to separate the last digit. So divide that with 10. So 123 is I'll have 1230. What is the remainder here? 4. You see n modulus 10 will give you the digit, last digit. Done. So 4 is done. If I want to extract 3, I have to extract it from 1 to 3. So how can I get 1 to 3? If I divide n with 10, I'll be getting n value as 1 to 3. Now same process. I need to repeat it. I need to again come back to the condition, I need to repeat everything. So 10 we have, 10 12s are 120, 3 we have. So we are getting the remainder as digit. Done. Now we need to continue with the next one. Next one is 12. So 12 again, divide that with 10. 10 ones are 10. We have 2. So 4, 3, 2 is displayed. We also have 1. That is also a digit. We need to separate that as well. Again, divide that with 10. 10 zeros are 0. You will get 1. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. But if you observe in the process, initially your n value is 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, your n value, you have divided that with 10, it became 1, 2, 3. Next, your n value became 12. Next 1, next 0. So until and unless you have digits, until and unless your number is not equal to 0, you can fetch the last digit by using reminder. You can reduce, you can remove that last digit to continue removing all the other stuff. Okay. So that's it. That's the logic is pretty simple. You have already seen it in operators. Let me show you each and every iteration. You will understand it. Then, so we have our variables n and yes, you see, we are entering n value. N value, let us say we have entered 1, 2, 5, 4, 8. We are checking the condition n not equal to 0. Obviously, 1, 2, 5, 4, 8 is not equal to 0. 1, 2, 5, 4, 8 is not equal to 0. Okay. So small glitch there, n value is not updated. Leave it. So 1, 2, 5, 4, 8 not equal to 0. Done. So digit is equal to n modulus 10. So what is the value of n? 1, 2, 5, 4, 8 modulus 10. That is 8 you will be getting. You see, go back to the traditional way. 1, 2, 5, 4, 8. Okay, divide that with 10. And in the remainder, you will be having 8. How to get the remainder? Use modulus. So your digit will be equal to 8. Now you're printing digit, so that 8 will be printed. Done. Now, last statement, n equal to n divided by 10. So what is the division value? N double forward slash 10, 1, 2, 5, 4, 8 divided by 10, you will have 1, 2, 5, 4, as you can see in the diagram clearly. Right? So your n value is updated to 1, 2, 5, 4. That's it. First iteration is done. Now let's go into the second iteration. Okay. Go into second iteration. Last statement of the loop is executed. So we'll again go back and check the condition. Again, n value is 1 to 5, 4 now. Forget about that. So n not equal to 0, 1 to 5, 4 not equal to 0. Yes, correct. So condition is true. We'll again separate the last digit. We'll get the remainder. What is the remainder of 1 to 5, 4 when you divide that with 10? Again, go back to the traditional way, the drawing. So 10, 1 to 5, 4 divided 125 is 1 to 5, 0. You will have 4. So that's it. It is going to print 4, print the digit, 4 will be printed. Same, n value is going to be divided with 10. 1 to 5, 4 divided by 10, 1 to 5. So your n value is 1 to 5. This is going to keep on repeating. You see, I'll click on next, next. It will again come back to the first point. It will again check the condition. 1 to 5 is not equal to 0. Separate this 5, displace it. Okay. So prints 5. 1 to 5 will be reduced to 12. I'll click on fast forward a bit. So 12 we have, 12, 2 you will get. And if you divide that with 10, you will have 1 remaining. Now, fifth iteration, you had 1. 1, if you divide that, okay, with 10 modulus, you will be having the remainder 1 there, zeros are. What is your n value now? N is equal to n divided by 10. So 1 divided by 10, n value is 0. Now coming to the sixth iteration. Okay, you see all your digits have been separated. If you observe 1 to 5, 4, 8 you have given, you are getting 8, 4, 5, 2, 1. Do you have any digits to separate in your number? No. N value became 0. That is the indication. If n is 0, we don't have any, okay, we don't have any numbers to separate from it. So that is 0 not equal to 0. You will get false and you need to stop it there. Okay, execution will not happen and we don't have any statements after the loop. So your loop statements will not be executed. Your program has been completed there. Okay, you see the key for mastering programming is visualizing. So it's very simple, very basic. Okay, but how we are keeping that in a loop, how it's being executed, that's what you need to understand a bit. I hope you all understood this. Any doubt in this one? 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 Clear? Right. So let's write the program. And I hope you remember, I told you to how to calculate sum, how to calculate product, right? So let us try it out. Okay. So how can we separate digits from a number? Int of input we will do, enter n we will say, right? So while n not equal to zero, this is the starting point. What is the ending point? When your n value becomes zero, you need to stop. Okay. And how the values will change? N will be always divided by 10. N equal to n divided by 10. Now, what is your logic? Your logic is I want digit every time. So digit is equal to, if I divide with 10, I should get the remainder. So I am using a modulo division. That is my digit. So I can simply print the digit, comma, end is equal to some space. That's it. Starting point n. Where should we end? When n value becomes zero, we have to end. Now n equal to n divided by 10 every time. And every time, what's our logic? We have to display what's present at the last place. So n modulus 10 will give us what's present in the last place. Now let's run this. Let's run this. Is will enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the digits we have? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. Very simple. You have seen the visualization. Sir, I want to calculate sum of the generated values. So outside sum equal to zero. Inside, after calculating the digit, sum equal to sum plus digit. I'll come after the loop. Okay, I'll print some value. So sum is equal to sum. So what is the sum of digits of 1597? 1597, sum of the digits. That is 7 plus 9, 16, 16 plus 5, 21, 21 plus 1, 22. You say I'll enter. Sum is equal to 22. You have seen sum equal to 0, sum equal to sum plus generated number. What is the generated number here? It's not I, it's not n, it's digit. Okay. So we are calculating sum of the separated digits. That is 7 plus 9 plus 5 plus 1. What if I want to calculate the product? So product, you guys know, you can do all of them in a single loop. Product equal to 1, product is equal to product into digit. Okay. So let's also print product. So print product is equal to product. Done. Right. So now let's run this as of now. Okay. So 1579. So 1 into 5 into 7 into 9. That is 315 we have, or we can simply go with 5 here. So you see sum is 5, product is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you enter. Sum of 1 to 5 digits, that is 15. Product of 1 to 5 digits, that is 120, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That's it. That's how easy it is. Okay. Sir, I want to calculate reverse of a number, sir. Sir, I want to calculate reverse of a number. You see, you might think, sir, we are getting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, na? That is reverse only, na? You can think. It's not reverse. Actually, what we are doing is we are separating the last digit, we are just displaying it. So that gives you an illusion that you are having a reverse of the numbers a bit, but you don't have any value as reverse. For example, I'm just displaying them directly. Just like n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, I don't have any other variable which holds 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as a value. Okay, we are just directly displaying them. So let us see how we can calculate reverse of a number. I hope you all remember the formula. What is the formula? Reverse equal to 0 outside the loop. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus separated value inside the loop. Okay. Let's see a good example for this. We will understand that. Okay. The formulas, you just remember them. Last formula, this reverse one is also very important. It has greater use cases later on. But as a beginner, if you are able to visualize everything, that's fine. Okay, done. So let's see. Let's see. So how to calculate reverse? We have to You see n value 548 34 we have. Reversed number we have 48 43845 we have. Okay. So you see n value we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 we have. Now see, as I told you, while separating the digits, have this formula. Reverse equal to 0 outside, reverse equal to reverse into 10 plus digit inside the loop. Let me show you how it works. Okay. You see here, first we are taking n value. So n equal to int of input. So we are entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our n value. Next, reverse is equal to 0. So initialized reverse value is set to 0. Now, while n not equal to 0 we have, that's our condition. So let's check it out. While n not equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 not equal to 0, that is true. So we can continue. First, what we are doing, we are separating the digit. You guys know that drill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the last digit? If you divide that with 10, the remainder will be 5. So your digit is 5. Now here, this is the important part. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus digit. So what is reverse value initially? 0. 0 into 10 plus 5. So first multiplication will happen. So that is going to be 0 plus 5. So you'll get reverse value as 5. So your reverse is updated to 5. Now n equal to n divided by 10. Obviously, n value will be reduced to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at the second iteration. Okay, last line of the loop has been executed. So we'll again go back and okay, check the condition. So again, starting our second iteration now, while n not equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 we have, n not equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not equal to 0. So next, 1, 2, 3, 4 modulus 10. So we will be having 4 as the remainder. You see 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 123 is 1, 2, 3, 0. You will have 4 as reminder. Now here comes the interesting part. Okay, observe this line properly. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus digit. If you remember, it's very much similar to sum. Sum equal to 0 outside, sum equal to sum plus digit inside. What we are doing before adding them, we are shifting them with a place. Tens place will become hundreds, hundreds place will become thousands in that way. So you see here, reverse value. What is reverse value? 5. 5 is going to become 50. For that 50, we are adding 4 there. So 50 plus 4, you will get 54. So n equal to, okay, 1, 2, 3 you are getting when you divide that. So same, next time you will have 3. So 54 you have, 54 into 10 plus 3 you will say. Okay, let me show you the third iteration, that calculation exactly. So 1, 2, 3 modulus 10. So you have digit is equal to n modulus 10, that you are getting 3. So now what's your reverse value? Your reverse value is 54. 54 into 10, what will happen? 540. 540 plus 3, what you will have? You will have 543 there. Okay. That's it. Similarly, for all the other values also, whatever digit that you are separating is going to join, okay, at the end. So you had 5 is removed 4. So 5 plus 4 joined 54 you will get. You have removed 3, 5, 4, 3 you got. You have removed 2, 5, 4, 3, 2 you got. You have removed 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 you will get. And it will stop when all the digits run out. Okay. That's it. That's the simple formula. So before adding them, you're shifting them a small place. Okay. Let me show that to you. Let's remove this stuff. Let's remove this stuff. Reverse equal to 0, I'll say. And every time I'll print our reverse value as well. So digit we got, print reverse. Okay. Rev we will say. So rev is equal to 0. Rev is equal to rev into 10 plus digit we have. Okay. So let me print the digit. Let's make it a bit neat so that you can understand it properly. Right. So you see, I'll run this. I'll run this. I'll run this. Then n value equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll enter. So first time the digit separated is 5. So your reverse is 5. Next time digit separated is 4. 4 will be added to that 5. 54 you get. Next time 3, 543 you will get. Next time 2, 5432 you will get. Next time 1, 5432, 1 you will get. Okay. That's how you'll get the output. Done. So that is how you can calculate reverse of a number. Remember these three formulas. With these formulas, you can calculate any program, any output, anywhere. Okay, not only here. When you start strings, list, or any other thing, these are common everywhere. Okay, whenever you want to calculate sum of generated values outside zero, inside sum equal to sum plus. Product same, reverse also same. Remember those formulas, that will help you. Then that's it. That is about this one. That's about this one, calculating the reverse of a number. Any doubt in this? Understood how the number is being reversed, how we are separating digits, how we are joining them in the reverse order? Any doubt in this? Clear? Clear up to this point? Clear up to this point? Yes, you can also do it using for loop, but you need to have length of the number. So you have 5 digits, you need to repeat this 5 times. You have 7 digits, you need to repeat it 7 times. That's a bit complicated. As you know, we need to keep on separating digits until you have them. Okay. Separate digit if you have it. Separate digit if you have it. That's the meaning. If you have it. So if n is zero, no digit is present. If n is one, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 3 digits are there in that way. So until and unless you have a digit, you need to separate it. Right. So that's it. That is about the loop ones. Let us see one more last program. Okay. One more last program. So here I'll leave this for you. I want you to give me the input output for this. Write a program to check if a number is prime or not. Can you tell me how we can check that? Write a program to check if the given number is prime or not. Can you tell me how to check it? Can you tell me how to check it? Let us say I have given you n equal to 11. Let us say I have given you n equal to 20. So which one do you think is prime number? Which one is not a prime number? Give me the explanation for it. So with that explanation, I'll try to construct a logic. With that explanation, I'll try to construct a logic. Which number is prime, which is not prime, and why? Why? Yes, very good. Correct, correct. So if a number is divisible by only one and itself, that would be hard for us to determine because every number except one is divisible by one and itself. So our logic should be constructed as if a number has only two factors, that's what we call as a prime number. Sounds good? If a number has only two factors. Now, guys, if you remember our last session, I told you how to generate factors of a number. And this session, I told you how to calculate sum of the numbers, product of the numbers. You just need to calculate the count of the factors. Can you first give me the code to generate factors of a number? Can you give me the code to generate factors of a number? Give me the code to generate factors of a number. Give me the code to generate factors of a number. Give me the code to generate factors of a number. Give me the code to generate factors of a number. Yes, you have already written the factors code earlier. Can you give me the code in order to generate only the factors? Only the factors. Very good, very good. So yeah, we got one response, so let's not delay it. See, first I'll take a number input from the user. Generally, if this was a normal session, we would have very interactive way. I'll take you slowly. Okay. So first, what we can do is we can generate one to n numbers for I in range of, okay, 1 comma n plus 1. You see, the factors of any number will always range from 1 to n only, 1 to that particular number only. Done. So first, you all know how to print 1 to n numbers. So let me run this. You see, we are getting 1 to n numbers. See, 1 to n numbers. I'll enter n value as 10. So 1 to 10 we are getting. I'll enter n value as 100. 1 to 100 we are getting. I don't want all the numbers to be printed. You see, this is how you have to construct logic. I'm getting every number. I don't want every number. I only want the numbers which can divide the original number. So this print statement has to be executed only if that number that you have generated, I, can divide the original number, n, and the remainder is 0. So if it is perfectly divisible by I, if the number and 10 is or 100 is perfectly divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then only it has to be displayed. So you see, I'll run this n value 100, I'll say. Now, what are the numbers which can perfectly divide 100? That are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, and 100. Okay, these are the numbers which can perfectly divide 100. Now, what did I say? Sir, I don't want only the factors to be displayed. I want the count of factors. You see, it's very simple. Sum count are very similar. Count equal to 0. Every time this condition is satisfied, I have to increment the count. For example, first 1 satisfies the condition. So how many factors I have? 1. 2 satisfies 2. 4 satisfies 3. 5 satisfies 4. 10 satisfies 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just like we are counting with our fingers, when this condition becomes true, I also want to increment count by 1 every time. Okay. So every time count will be incremented. So after the loop is completed, you see at the same level as this okay, loop, I can print the count, right? So now you see, I'll run this once again. Now you see if I enter 100, how many factors 100 has? 100 has 9 factors. 100 has 9 factors, right? If I enter, let's say I'll enter 100, 100 has 9 factors. I'll enter n value as 50. 50 has 6 factors. I'll enter n value as 45. 45 has 6 factors. I'll enter n value as 11. 11 only has 2 factors. You see, I'm able to display all the factors. I'm able to count them and display the count. Now we have two outcomes. What is the two outcomes? If count is equal to 2, if the number of factors equal to 2, then it's a prime number. Okay. Else, if the number of factors is not equal to 2, then it's not a prime number. Simple condition. Counting the factors. We are getting the count. If the count is 2, then it's a prime number. You see 11 I'll enter. Count is 2, it's a prime number. 15 I'll enter. Count is 4, it's not a prime number. That's it. This is the program for checking whether the entered number is prime or not. Okay. This is the program for checking whether the entered number is prime or not. Clear, guys? Understood up to this point? Understood up to this point? Any doubt up to this point? Any doubt up to this point? Any doubt? Yeah, understood this logic. Very simple. If you have followed me from the starting of loops, you would understand this very easily. And one more thing that you need to focus more is practice. Just don't listen and leave it in that way. Write code on your own. You will make mistakes. You will realize them. You will learn how to write correct code. Any doubt up to this point? Clear? Understood this one? How we are generating or checking if the entered number is prime or not? We also have animated PPT for this, but I don't want to, okay, stress you with that. Done. So we have very little time, and as I told you, not feeling well. So let's close it quickly. Okay. Right. Right. Done. That's it. That is about how we can check prime numbers. Okay. We'll skip patterns for today. Okay. We'll skip calculator and patterns. Let us see what is meant by functions. What is meant by functions. Okay. This is kind of like your first unit. Mastering up to loops part, operators, if else, loops, and all. This is the most important. If you cross this barrier, everything else will become easy. Whatever you have learned up to this point, the same logic, the same way of writing code you will see in the future. Now let's talk about functions a bit. So what is a function? As we have already discussed, a function is something which executes a block of statements. A function is something which executes a block of statements. Executes a block of statements when called. Okay, or a function is something which performs a task, which performs a task. You might think functions are very complicated. No, it's very easy. Okay, very easy to write a function. It's very easy. We are not looking for any new programs here. Whatever you did up to now, that's what functions will do. Okay, let me show you how functions will work. You see, functions will have four parts. Two are mandatory, two are optional. Four parts of a function. Four parts of a function. First one, we have function definition. Second one, we have function call. Third one, we have arguments or return value. Okay. Fourth one we have is arguments or parameters. Arguments or parameters. Fourth one we have is return value. Argument slash parameters. Okay. You see, this is optional. This is also optional. Optional, optional. Yeah. So these two are mandatory. You need to define a function, you need to call the function. So let me show you how it works. Let us say I want to define a function, new function. So I need to write with def. Def is the keyword we have to use in order to define it. And just like any other normal name that we give, we need to give a function name to our function. Let us say do something is the name of my function. Open parenthesis, close parenthesis, have a column there. So I'll have a small print statement. I'll say, hi, I'm a function and you called me. That's it. That's a function. See, generally, functions, we write them separately in this way. So I'll have a small dotted commented line. So in order to symbolically, tell you that. So we have a function, def, do something. So inside that, we have a print statement. This indentation and all you already know. This is what we call function definition. Function definition. Function definition, what it will contain? It will contain def keyword. It will contain name of function. Okay, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, colon. Inside the function, you'll have some statements. This is what we call definition. Def stands for definition, right? So now, if I try to run this, generally, if I have a print statement normally, if I run this, I should get hi, I'm a function and you called me. But here, you'll not get any output in this way. You see, your program has executed, no output. Let me write one small statement here. Print program starts from here. Program starts from here. Okay. You see, I'll write it. If you observe, what is the output I got? I got program starts from here. But before that, I also had this function. Hi, I'm a function, you called me. It's not executed. I'm only getting program starts from here. Only this line is executed. Can anyone tell me why it's happening in that way? Why it's happening in that way? Only why we are getting program starts from here? Why not the above line? Why not the above line? Any idea? Any idea? Any idea? You see, as I told you, what is a function? A function is something which executes a block of statements when called. You see, print is a function. You are able to display anything without using print, or input is a function. You are able to read anything from the user without using input. Okay, range is a function. All these are functions. If you want it to be executed, you have to call it. Okay. So for this is a user-defined function which we wrote. So that's why you're able to see that in code. Generally, imagine it in this way. Okay. Imagine it. This is how your program starts. If you want to execute, do something, you need to call it, do something. So what is the code inside do something? Hi, I'm a function and you called me. So now you run it. Now you see you're getting hi, I'm a function and you called me. If you want to repeatedly execute it, call it again. Okay, I'm calling it 2 times. You see, now it's being executed again. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can run it as many times as you want. So functions is not a complex topic. Whatever you're writing normally, you're converting, you're separating them as a function, you're keeping that separately with a small name given to it. Okay, with a small name given to it. You say, I've called the function 3 times and I'm getting the output 3 times as well. Okay, now let me make it a little bit easy. So if you want to write a function, let us say factorial of a number. Okay, so def, mm, my function name is factorial. Done. So here I'm going to take n is equal to int of input I'll ask the user to enter n, like done. So factorial means product only, product equal to 1 for in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Okay. So what do we need to do? Product is equal to product into I. Next, once you are done with everything, you can say factorial. That's it. Print product. That's it for your understanding. I'll have a single dotted line in this way so you can observe this function is separated. So this is the normal code. What did I do? I have kept it inside a function. So defined a function def, gave a name to it, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, wrote some code in it. Now if I run this, that will not be executed. That will not be executed. Why? Why? Because a function, for a function to execute, you need to call it. Until and unless you call a function, that will not be executed. So you see here, I'll write a print statement. Okay. First line of main area. Okay. After printing first line, I'll call the function. Factorial, I'll call it. That's it. It will go to the 166 line. It is going to execute all these things. It will again come back to this line. Sir, why it will come back to this line? Because in your main area, you will have other statements to execute. Second line of function. After executing some more lines again, if you want to calculate factorial, you will again call it. After executing, let us say some other 100 lines. Okay. 100 lines executed. Okay. Again, sir, if I want to calculate factorial, I can calculate factorial. So now you might ask, sir, why write it as a function? Because if you observe, here I'm only writing the code for the function 1 time, and I'm using how many times? 3 times by just calling the name. So whenever you want to execute a block of statements without writing them again, whenever you want to reuse a piece of code, you will keep that as a function. You will give some name to it, and it doesn't matter. Always happily, you can call it, you can execute it, and you can return back to the same line. So you see here, if I run this first line of main area will be printed. Next, it is asking me to enter n value 5, I'll enter. You see factorial is 120. Again, it came back to 174 line, executing 175. Second line of function printed, sorry, second line of main printed. I have to write it as main. So again, factorial I'm calling goes back to 166 line. It is asking me to enter n value. N value, let us say I've entered 6. Same process. Okay. 8. So you see, I have only written code for 1 time. I'm executing it multiple times. Okay. That's why we use function. I also have a good material for this. I wrote it myself. I'll share that to you. Okay. In our day-to-day session materials, go through them. You will have a basic idea about functions. Okay. Let me show you a small, yeah, a small visualization of it. So we are out of time. So I'll stop after this visualization. Okay. Done. Right. So let's get started. Let's see. Then function program. So first one. Functions, we don't write any separate programs, so we are going to use the same. So say hi to our penguin there. So write a program to find factorial of a given number using functions. So function means what you have to do. You have to separate it, write it with a def keyword and name to it. Factorial, you guys already know how factorial works. So see, yes. So this is our function that we have seen earlier, right? As you can see the numbers, so separate function area and main area. So 1 to 6 is function area, 7 to 12 is main area. Your program execution will start from main area. Okay. And every time you call your function, it will come to line number 1. It will execute up to line number 6. It will again go back to the same calling line. You see, the name of my function is find factorial. So let's see how it works. So first line of your main area will be executed. That is seventh line. Okay, seventh line of main is executed, will be printed. So yeah, see here. Right. So seventh line of main is executed, will be printed. Seventh line of main is executed. Next, eighth line, when you come here, so what do we have there? You are calling a function. Where is the function present? The function is present in the first line. So what will happen is the control will move to the first line. Control will move to first line, okay, where the function is present. So it is going to execute. So we are defining a factorial. It will execute all the lines. So what do we have? The first line. Number we have, number we are taking it from the user. Let us say I have entered 5 as number. Now factorial is calculating. Factorial is 1. Okay. So 1 we have initialized. Now generating 1 to n numbers. Okay. And finding out the product of them. So fact is equal to fact into I. Okay, shorthand notation there. So we'll have 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 executed. The entire loop will result in fact value as 120. Now, fact value is 120. The loop is done. So next line inside outside the loop, we have factorial. So 120, we are printing it. So in your output, you'll get factorial as 120. Now the last line of your loop is executed. So last line of your function is executed. What will happen is it will again come back to the calling line. Where do we have the calling line? Line number 8. Sir, why it should come back? You see, it needs to execute 9, 10, 11, and 12. So when you're calling a function, it will go ahead, it will execute it, it will again come back to who called it. So we need to again come back to the calling line. So from here onwards, it will come back to the 8th line, which we called. Now, 8th line again, that's executed. So 9th line, we are executing. What do we have in 9th line? Okay. 9th line of main is executed, will be printed. We have a small print statement. Okay. After that, you are again calling your function. What will happen? From line number 10, it will again come back to line number 1. It will again execute line 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us say I have entered n value is equal to 6 this time. So 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. That is going to be okay, 720 there. So once it displays that, once it executes the last statement, okay, factorial is going to display. So 720 you are getting in that manner. Then last line of the function is executed. It will again go back and, okay, to the main area where it was called. So it was called in 10th line. So control again comes back. Same process will keep on repeating. Okay, you need to understand one thing here. What you need to understand? Function is nothing different. Function programs are nothing different. Whatever normal code that you're writing, if you keep it separately with a small def keyword and give some name to it, that's a separated block. Now, this separated blocks are what is the use of it? Whenever and wherever you want to execute it. Okay, you see, I'm executing it discontinuously. After executing some hundreds of lines, whenever I want to calculate factorial, I don't have to write these 5 lines there. I can simply call the function. I have given a name to these 5 lines, 6 lines, right? So every time I call it, these lines will be executed. That's it. I'll get the output for that. So that's what a function does. Functions are nothing different. Okay. It's very simple. For function, you will have the definition. You will have you will have the function call. Those two are mandatory. If you want to write a function, you can simply separate your existing code, give a name to it. Whenever you want that code to be executed, you can call it. Okay, that's it. We also have arguments parameters, return value, patterns are there, calculator is there. Okay. It took more time than expected. Okay. Maybe another 1.5 hour session or so we would have completed. But anyway, these basics will be fine. So for functions, we will give you a good notes that I wrote, okay, from my book. So refer that, do a good practice for it. You will master everything. Okay. So that's it. That will be the end of this 7 day boot camp. I hope you all enjoyed this 7 day fun learning session, good visualization. The bottom line that we want to, okay, make you understand is programming is easy. Okay. It's child's play once you process it at a normal level. It's not a ghost. It's not anything difficult. Very easy to understand. Follow the same methods I told you. You will master programming in no time. Okay. That's it. That's it for this 7 day boot camp. I hope you all enjoyed the sessions for these 7 days, right? What we are expecting in return? Nothing. Okay. Learn programming. The time ahead is going to be very tough. As you all know, the influence of artificial intelligence and no job opportunities. PCS has only hired 634 people in the quarter, like in this quarter. Generally, it hires 634 people from a college. So that's how we are moving forward. Everything, all basic tasks are improved by AI. Development is also improved by AI. So if you want to get a job, if you want to earn, you need to learn programming at a good level. Okay. Earlier, if you know C programming, some basic programs and all, that would help you get a job easily. But now things are very different. ChatGPT knows all these things. We need to be a little bit more, okay, capable than ChatGPT or any other AI tools. Then people will try to hire you. So things are going to change very rapidly in the next 2 years. You will see a very big fall in IT industry. Only people who have good content will stay. Only people who learn programming at a very good level can get jobs. Okay, this basic salaries and all will go away. Okay. So yeah, be prepared for the future, learn programming at a good level, and we are going to keep on conducting these type of programs. It doesn't matter. In my day, I can happily spend 1.5 hour because I spent a lot of time learning and mastering these things. Okay. So I would be happy if someone learns it in 10 tenth of the time I did. In order to master loops in this way, maybe I have spent some 10 hours. You're spending only 1 hour. That's an achievement for me. So we'll keep on having some free sessions. We are planning that on every Sunday or every 2 weeks. A resume session is going to roll future opportunities or roadmap to get 7 LPA, 15 LPA, okay, or current technologies that are trending. We are planning all these things. So do inform about us to your friends. As you already know, we are a company. We cannot do everything for free. If I'm someone like Ratan Tata also, I would do that easily, but we also need to sustain. So we do have some paid courses. So we are also planning to launch one paid course for Python, where we would teach everything, starting from basic Python to advanced Python, including all the programming stuff. We will share that entire details in our WhatsApp group. So I hope you would encourage us, you would register in that course and learn a bit more about programming. We also have internship programs launching soon. Maybe in a week or so, we will post them in the WhatsApp group. Stay connected with us on social media in our WhatsApp group, WhatsApp channel. We'll share the links. Do show some love in our social media channels. That will make us authentic, right? So yeah, that's it. That's the end of this 7 day boot camp. I hope you all enjoyed. I enjoyed teaching you, got good response from it. This is what I crave for. I have to be valued wherever I'm there. So which hasn't been happening for the last 2 years. So I was also looking to quit teaching and get into development full time. But I have a gift. What's my superpower? Teaching. I can make any complex topic very simple. Okay. That's it. That's it for the entire 7 days. That's it with all the motivation and all. Okay. So stay connected with us in our social media handles. We'll share other updates. We are launching our services. Okay. On full scale. You will receive all those updates. We'll drop a small feedback form. Give us a good paragraph feedback. Okay, drop your photograph as well. That would look very good in our Instagram, website, and all. Okay, so we are going to keep a small feedback form. Tell us your entire experience. Okay, give a big paragraph. Share your story with us. We would be very motivated, and other people will also. Okay, look at those feedbacks and they will also try to continue from day one to day seven. Okay, so photograph is optional. If you give that, we'll keep you in our websites and all. So you will be forever with us. Your experience, your story will lie with us until and unless we close our company. That, that's it, guys. That's it for the entire 7 days. I'll see you again in another boot camp or in another course. Okay, that's it for this 7 days. Bye bye. Take care. Learn. Get a good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you all for joining. Bye bye.